Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we will be discussing a current affair compilation from your prelims perspective. That is, those who are taking up the prelims exam in 2025, this video is for you. Because this video is for prelims, the topics which we will be discussing will be specifically only from prelims perspective, and we will be discussing it based on your MCQs also. We will learn more content from your MCQs. Okay. Now this video is presented to you by your faculty Sushma KP. Let's get into the video. What are the topics that we will be discussing in today's video? We will be discussing about the cooperatives. We will be discussing about Niti Aayog, Lokpal, Lokayukta, Election Commission of India. We will be discussing about your internet shutdowns, and we will be discussing about right to access justice is not absolute by Supreme Court. Why? We will be discussing about a Disha Scheme, Panchayat se Parliament 2.0. We will be discussing about your Doctrine of Merger, and at the end we will be discussing Vikshit Panchayat Karmayogi Initiative. Understanding? Before we enter into the video, there is a small announcement from Legacy IAS Academy, wherein the video like we are doing currently, we have monthly compilation of all the topics and subjects that are necessary for your prelims 2025. If anyone is interested in learning your mains answer writing, content development for your mains, etc., Legacy IAS Academy has launched Impact 2025. The link for both will be provided in the description box below. Do check that out. Let's come to the very first topic, cooperatives. Understanding? Look at this. Union Home Minister and Minister of Cooperation addressed the inaugural function of International Year of Cooperatives 2025 in Mumbai. That is your 2025. You see, if you have seen India recently, it is trying to promote the ideals of democracy that it believes are good for the entire globe, that is for the entire world. For example, we've had International Year for Yoga. We've also had International Year for Millets. Now they're also introducing International Year for Cooperatives. That is, these topics are very much important for your developing economies and least developed economies. Now, when we say India is acting as a leader for the global south, or it is the voice of global south, these are the things which will benefit the south. What do we mean by the global south? These are most of your emerging economies, developing economies, least developed economies, and it has nothing to do with their positioning in the geography. They are not in the southern hemisphere. Understanding? So, that is your global south, wherein India's initiative is in trying to promote these kind of practices, which works well for India as well as it has bigger benefits for the world. Next, look at this. One important thing you have to know on this is from India perspective. This, what is the importance of this bringing International Year for Cooperatives? Sahakar se Samriddhi, that is prosperity through cooperation. Okay. Samriddhi se Atmanirbharat, which means self reliance through prosperity. Understanding? So, Sahakar se Samriddhi, Samriddhi se Atmanirbharta. So, this is related to your cooperatives, that much you have to know. Now, when it was held that, yes, International Year of Cooperatives 2025, this is proclaimed by your UN General Assembly. The theme of this year for this cooperatives is cooperatives build a better world. Okay, this theme, understand again from prelims perspective, it is very important for statement kind of question. What are the objectives? To raise awareness, promote growth, advocate for policies, inspire leadership. See, we will also see about your constitutional status. First and foremost, your cooperatives or your democratic decentralization were the key pillars of your Gandhian principles. He was more of not through modernization, but he wanted more of traditionalism, which means rather than machines, he wanted to give importance to traditional artifacts. Yes, and one way he thought that Indian economy should be self-reliant. That is, Gram Raj can be Ram Raj only through your democratic decentralization, Panchayat Raj institutions, and your cooperative societies, Khadi, Charaka. You've constantly seen Gandhi propagating Charaka, that is hand waving, etc. One such thing is your cooperative societies. Today, the same cooperative societies, we are trying to utilize the basic tenets of this Gandhian principle and adopt it to the modern day world. That is, bring it towards and in make sure that this is bearing fruits by tagging it with your globalization. How, for example, you will make and use advantage of your globalized markets. You will make availability to your credit based facilities. You will make sure you will bring huge number of unemployment down by involving them in cooperative societies. You will make female or women empowerment by involving them in cooperatives. So you will bring in financial inclusion through cooperative societies. Understanding? So these are all the important aspects. The basic terminology we have taken from your Gandhian philosophy, but we have dressed it up to your modern needs. That is the reason why even today this particular tenet has such important aspects associated to it. Now, with respect to the cooperative societies, we will see India houses 27% of the world's cooperatives, and 57% of the cooperative societies in India come from these states. That is Maharashtra, which is 25%, Gujarat, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, and Karnataka. These states are the ones which are promoting and propagating your cooperative societies, and especially alongside your SHGs. Okay, this is becoming a major boost for both, doubling down on two issues, that is both your unemployment as well as financial inclusion. If we see majority on what our cooperative societies are based on, it's on housing, dairy, and primary agriculture credit society. Understanding? Let's see some of the constitutional features also. It was brought in through your 97th Amendment of 2011. The word cooperative societies was added to your fundamental right under your 19(1) of C. It is in the DPSP 43B to promote cooperative society. A new part 9B was added. Articles 243ZH to 243ZT is for your cooperative governance. These are basic points for your prelims. Okay, we will learn more about these with regard to your MCQs also. But before that, recently India hosted ICA Global Cooperative Conference for 2024 in New Delhi. This is the very first time that this is hosted in Indian soil. After 130 years, it has come back to the Indian soil, which is hosted by your India. It was from your November 25th to 30th, 2024. Okay. What are the types of cooperative societies we have? Consumer cooperatives, such for as apna bazaar kendriya bandar, producers cooperatives, cooperative credit societies, housing cooperatives, your marketing cooperatives, especially with your Amul, right? These kind of things and all come under your marketing cooperatives. The cooperative banks, the ones who will lend money to the cooperatives. Okay, and the cooperative societies will be registered under, okay, multiple laws. That first and foremost we will see is these cooperative banks, are they under the ambit of RBI? Yes, they are under the ambit of RBI under two things, that is Banking Regulations Act of 1949 and Banking Laws Act of 1955. And look at this. So there are some of the government schemes that you'll have to know. I will explain the government schemes as in we speak about. For example, look at this. White Revolution 2.0. What White Revolution is, in the first place, that is bringing about changes in the dairy development. Okay. But here in White Revolution 2.0, they want to bring in female participation in dairy development. Okay, so this will be again, like I said, twin objectives: financial inclusion, financial independence, women empowerment at the same point of time, getting out from your unemployment. cooperation among cooperatives to bring in your credit facilities. And see, your National Cooperative Development Corporation was set up as a statutory body under Ministry of Cooperation, and most importantly, we Margadarshika plan, wherein you will provide the guidance for your inclusivity, financial inclusion, but at the same point of time, you will try to bring the cooperatives concept to your marginalized section, women, elderly. So basically, you will try to make sure that majority of the vulnerable section are covered under this. Another thing is your world's largest grain storage plan, wherein the housing facilities, the storage facilities will now be considered like a grain storage facilities, and then again their cold storage, etc., will be added in so that these people benefits will be doubled down. So even for your agricultural farmers, etc., this will act as your double, that is second amount or second way to earn an income. Let's learn more about the cooperatives through some of your questions. Okay. Which of the following is a characteristic feature of a cooperative society? Capital is raised through issuance of shares. Membership is restricted to a particular community or caste. Each member has one vote irrespective of amount of capital contributed. Society is managed by a board of directors elected from the outside of membership. The correct answer here, or the whole aspect of your cooperative society, is this one word. Each member has one vote irrespective of the capital contributed. So this is one of the important things of your cooperative society. Which of the following is a feature of National Cooperative Development Corporation? Provides financial assistance exclusive to primary cooperative societies, functions as a statutory corporation under Ministry of Rural Development, provides funds and other support for development of cooperatives, responsible for regulating cooperatives at the state level. See, look at this. First and foremost, when we say National Cooperative Development Corporation, it is not coming under Ministry of Rural Development, but it is rather coming under Ministry of Agriculture. And also here it provides funds and other supports for the development of cooperatives. Okay. The concept of cooperative federalism was introduced in the context of India's cooperative societies under which of the following? Constitution of India, Cooperative Societies Act of 1912, Planning Commission's approach paper on 1950, National Policy on Cooperatives 2002. It is based on your National Policy on Cooperatives on 2002. Which of the following is the main objective of Sahakari Bank in India? To provide large scale corporate financing, to promote welfare of small and marginal farmers, artisans, and rural populations, to focus on urban and industrial development, to serve the interest of only the government and corporate sector. The correct answer is to promote the welfare of small marginal farmer, artisans, and rural population. Which of the following statement about the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act 2002 is correct? It governs only cooperative societies formed in urban areas, allows for registration of cooperative societies across multiple states, restricts the membership of cooperative societies to individuals residing in a single state, provides for exclusion of members from cooperative societies. Even if you don't know this, try to deduce from the terminologies. Multi state cooperative society. So, something having to do with more than one state. So, when you say one state or only one state, that will not apply. Look for this. Allows for registration of cooperative societies across multiple states. So, this is the correct answer. Which of the following is a primary objective of National Cooperative Union of India? Provide financial assistance to cooperative societies, promote the cause of cooperatives in India and represent the cooperative sector, regulate cooperative societies at the district level, issue license to the establishment of new. cooperatives? The correct answer is to promote the cause of cooperatives in India and represent the cooperative sector. What is the primary role of State Cooperative Election Authority in India? Regulate and license cooperative banks, conduct elections of cooperative societies at state level, ensure financial viability of cooperative society, draft and approve cooperative laws. The correct answer is conduct elections of cooperative societies at the state level. Consider the following statements with respect to cooperative societies. Cooperatives are owned and managed by their members. The profit from cooperatives are distributed according to the amount of capital contributed by the members. Cooperative societies are regulated by the Cooperative Societies Act of 1912. See, the first statement is correct. They are managed by their own members. The third statement, cooperative societies are regulated by Cooperative Societies Act of 1912, is also correct. The profits are distributed not according to the capital contribution, but by the amount of transactions that each member has with the cooperative. So it is not with the capital contribution. This word is a strict no no. The correct answer is 1 and 3 only. Which of the following is true regarding the role of cooperatives in India? Cooperatives have no role in agriculture, credit, and rural development. Cooperative sector only focus on urban area. Cooperatives play a vital role in promoting agricultural marketing, rural credit, and self-help initiative. They are not involved in any welfare activities. The correct answer is cooperatives play a vital role in promoting agricultural marketing, rural credit, self-help initiatives. Basically, the type of cooperatives pay what we saw in India. Which of the following reports recommended reforms in the cooperative sector in India, particularly in terms of governance and financial stability? Narsimhan Committee, Kelkar Committee, Report on the Committee of Cooperatives, Sachar Committee. Correct answer is Report on the Committee of Cooperatives. This was headed by V.V. Vyas. Okay, this was headed by your Vyas Committee. The next topic that we will be looking into is your Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog was brought in to replace your planning commission. Niti Aayog is more of a think tank. And now, if you see the chairman of your Niti Aayog is your prime minister, it is headed by him. It also has other governing members such as your chief ministers, lieutenant governors. Okay. It also has your home minister and four other cabinet ministers nominated by your prime minister. It also has your chief economic advisor. Now, when I say chief economic advisor, I will let you know what it is. Okay. One main thing you have to know is Niti Aayog is more of having two objectives. First one is to promote cooperative federalism. Another thing is to make sure that India is on line with your sustainable development goals, and also it is more of a think tank. It will be more of policy suggesting, understanding, and main objective, if at all you have to tell one word, that is to bolster cooperative federalism. Now, when I say cooperative federalism, don't take the previous topic here. The cooperation between your center and states, understanding. So your Niti Aayog, January 1st, 2025 onwards, it was your celebrated 10 years. It stands for National Institute for Transforming India. It is neither a statutory body nor a constitutional body. Look at this. The key initiatives of your Niti Aayog is your Atal Innovation Mission, Aspirational District Program, Women Entrepreneurship Program. It also has reports such as your Safe Accommodation, Sati Report, understanding, Star Health Index. We will learn more about Niti Aayog in the form of MCQs. Which of the following is true about Niti Aayog? It was formed to replace Planning Commission, functions as a constitutional body, headed by Union Finance Minister, formulates 5-year plans. Formulates 5-year plans? No, that was the role of your Planning Commission. This replaced it. So this is definitely a no-no. Headed by Union's Finance Minister? No, it is headed by your Prime Minister. Functions as a constitutional body? No, it is neither a constitutional body nor a statutory body. Correct answer is formed to replace Planning Commission. Which of the following functions is not performed by Niti Aayog? Formulation of 5-year plans, monitoring and evaluation of implementation of government policies, fostering cooperative federalism, providing strategic and technical advice to state governments, formulating 5 year plans. This was the role of your planning commission, which was replaced by Niti Aayog. I'm just showcasing in which way the questions can be asked. Which of the following bodies is the governing council of Niti Aayog? National Development Council, Niti Aayog, General Body, Chief Minister of all states and union territories, Union Cabinet. Correct answer is Chief Minister of all states and union territories. Which of the following is an important focus area of Niti Aayog? Welfare schemes of the poor, economic reforms and policy advocacy, implementation of National Food Security Act, direct control of financial resources. It is more for your economic reforms and policy advocacy suggestions. None of the suggestions of your Niti Aayog are binding, which is again one of the criticisms that is targeted at Niti Aayog. Which of the following Niti Aayog initiatives is focused on promoting innovation and entrepreneurship? Digital India, Atal Amrit, Atal Innovation Mission, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, that is your Atal Innovation Mission, which will foster the concept of scientific thinking, rationality, and also bring in the culture of research and development. Which of the following reports is prepared by Niti Aayog? State of Nation Report, Human Development Report, Innovation India, India Innovation Report Index, National Sample Survey Report. It is India Innovation Index. The next topic that we will be discussing is your Lokpal and Lokayukta, which were constituted or brought in by your Lokpal and Lokayukta Act of 2013, wherein first and foremost it is the ombudsman body related to corruption of your public officials. It includes from your prime minister to your group A, B, C, D, government public service employees. Your Lokpal is for the center, Lokayukta is for the state. Now, for the Lokayukta, all the members, selection committee, the member qualification, etc., will all be decided by the respective state legislatures, and also this is bound to change with respect to each state. But whereas with respect to your Lokpal, it is the center, and here to select members for the Lokpal, you have a selection committee. One thing issue that came into recent times is when the selection for Lokpal selecting committee has something called as leader of opposition. But for past couple years, there was no leader of opposition, so they changed it to leader of the largest opposition party can act as leader of opposition in case leader of opposition is absent. You cannot just tell there is no leader of opposition and not do this. So this is one thing regarding your Lokpal and Lokayukta. The members will have a term of 5 years or 70 years. They are appointed by the president based on the recommendation of the selection committee, which will have prime minister who will be the chairperson, speaker of Lok Sabha, leader of opposition, again leader of opposition. If he is not there, then the leader of the largest opposition party, then Chief Justice of India and one eminent jurist. Understanding? Now, one thing, how much is your composition of Lokpal? It will comprise of a chairperson and 8 members. Amongst the 8 members, at least 50 members should be of judicial capacity, and also at least 50% of the representation should be from SC, ST, and women. We will learn more of this through your MCQs. Lokpal is an institution responsible for addressing complaints regarding environmental issue, corruption in public offices, violation of fundamental rights, land acquisition disputes. It is corruption in public offices. Lokpal Act of 2013 established the office of Lokpal. Who among the following is not a member of selection committee of appointing the Lokpal? Prime Minister, Chief Justice of India, Union's Finance Minister, Leader of Opposition in Lok Sabha. Correct answer is Union Finance Minister. Rest all are the members. The Office of Lokayukta was created to address complaints of corruption in all government departments at central level, state and local government authorities, both central and state government officials, the judiciary alone, state and local government authorities. Who can file a complaint with the Lokpal under Lokpal and Lokayukta Act of 2013? Only MPs, citizen of India, government employees, elected representatives. Correct answer is any citizen of India. Under the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act, which of the following officials are under the jurisdiction of Lokpal? President, Prime Minister, Governor, Judges of Supreme Court. The correct answer is Prime Minister. These three are not coming under that ambit. The Lokpal has the power to take action against private citizens accused of corruption, public servants involved in corruption, corruption within the judiciary, member of parliament exclusively. Correct answer is public servants involved in corruption. Next topic we will be seeing is your Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India is a permanent constitutional body. Also, these are considered as the now, if you have to say, your election commission, Supreme Court, that is the judiciary, High Court, your Union Public Service Commission. These are all the very important pillars for your democracy or your what do we tell, watchdog of merit system. When we say for UPSC, these are like making sure that democracy, if it has to run in a country, then these have to be stronger. Okay, so these are very very key crucial pillars for a good functioning democracy in a country. If you see, 25th January is observed as National Voters Day. It's become almost 75 years your election commission has come into picture. It was set up in your 25th January 1950. It's in part 15 of the constitution from article 324 to 329. Okay, if you see the key achievements, they've brought in a lot of voter turnout, gender ratio, polling stations. They've increased a lot of it. They're also involved with your election management, electoral roles, party recognition, imposing a model code of conduct. Understanding? Again, strictly from prelims perspective, we are speaking. So these are all the important things with regard to the term, selection committee. Okay, we have still a very long video to go ahead. If we keep discussing every one of this, it'll become very long video. So take a screenshot of this and just try to memorize some important key factors. Now, coming to the questions. Which of the following is not a function of the Election Commission of India? Preparation of electoral rolls, supervision and conduct of elections, delimitation of constituencies, giving recognition to political party. Correct answer is delimitation of constituency. That is not done by your election commission, is done by a delimitation commission. The Election Commission of India was established under which article? 324, 327, 370, 368. Correct answer is 324. Just few of these articles you remember. Okay, not everything, but because these are in news. So, Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioner of India are appointed by which of the following? President of India, Prime Minister of India, Parliament, Chief Justice. Correct answer is President of India. Earlier, there was only one Chief Election Commissioner, but later, post your 1989 elections, they added in two more election commissioners. So today we consider it as Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners. Which of the following powers does the election commissioner not have? Registration of political parties, scrutiny of election petitions, conduct of elections, determining electoral symbols of political parties. All of these are the powers of your election commission except scrutiny of election petitions, which is more of the duty of your election tribunals. Understanding? Which of the following statements regarding the powers and functions of election commission is incorrect? You have to see which is wrong. Election Commission is empowered to issue a model code of conduct. Election Commission has the power to issue orders related to political party recognition. Election Commission can disqualify candidate on the ground of corrupt practice. Election Commission can dissolve the Lok Sabha. Here, this is incorrect. Election Commission can dissolve the Lok Sabha. It does not have the power to dissolve the Lok Sabha. Next topic that we will be seeing is your internet shutdowns. Your internet shutdowns recently has been taking part in different places of the country. Now, one issue associated with internet shutdown is it will boost the already depreciating economy. When I say depreciating economy, which means the amount that we lose for doing internet shutdown is much more higher. But again, when we are speaking in terms of security, we cannot just put a number to it, but also in places of your unemployment, your fake news spreading faster, especially with internet shutdowns, and the anti Indian sematics also is somewhere increasing, where the youth are being very much dragged into your radicalization. That is, they are being radicalized, mind washed into terrorism and anti Indian activities, especially because of your unemployment, as one of the main reasons. So, your internet shutdowns can be imposed on the grounds of public emergency or public safety, but both of these terms are not defined. Okay. According to Article 19 of 2, it allows the government to impose reasonable restriction with regard to your freedom of speech expression. Your Supreme Court on your multiple occasions has held that your internet shutdowns or your internet consumption, usage of internet is also part of your Article 21, where see, right to internet is a fundamental right under Article 21 under your Fahim Shirin versus State of Kerala case. In Anuradha Basin versus Union of India case, Supreme Court affirmed that internet freedom under Article 19(1) of A. Understanding? Now, right to access to justice is not an absolute, or it's not absolute right under Supreme Court is telling why. See, first and foremost, there is only one Supreme Court in New Delhi, and there are respective high courts, and that also many high courts are shared by multiple states, which means already your judiciary is overburdened. First thing is, they have held that access to justice is the cornerstone of democracy. Yes, and they themselves are telling this. Why? Because a petitioner has filed multiple frivolous petitions, which is just wasting and burdening more of the judiciary. So this is coming as a warning to those section of people, and this is where they have been holding. In your Anita Kusha versus Pushap Sudan case, they held that access to justice is a fundamental right under Article 14 and Article 21. But this does not mean that a petitioner can raise a large number of frivolous complaints, petitions, etc., which will waste the time of your judiciary and which will strain the resources of already burdened judiciary. The next topic is Disha Scheme, or Designing Innovative Solutions for Holistic Access, wherein, see, it was Hamara Samvidan, Hamara Swabhiman campaign, wherein it celebrates 75th anniversary of Indian Constitution and establishment of India as a republic. Again, this is particularly for your prelims perspective. So just what the scheme is, what the campaign under which it was brought in, okay, and what is it for. That much you have to know. Next, about your Disha scheme is, it was launched in 2025 by Department of your Justice or Ministry of Law and Justice. It is more about your tele law pro bono cases and bringing legal awareness programs. Next topic is Doctrine of Merger. In your Kunyam versus State of Kerala case pay, your judiciary dictated that once a higher court has taken over the case and has told certain things, for example, it has kept it aside or given any other interim orders, then that will be prevailing and final. A same topic cannot have more than one decree or operative order, that is one same subject to particular court ka. Lower court and higher court ka will not apply. Whatever the higher court has taken up under, that is the final and binding authority. Next is Panchayat Say Parliament 2.0. This was inaugurated by your Lok Sabha speaker, wherein they are trying to empower women, especially who are representatives of your scheduled tribes from your Panchayat Raj institution, trying to bring in the see, nowadays you see with respect to your reservation 33% of women, etc., they have called this concept of Sarpanchpati, wherein women representatives are used as merely rubber stamps. So amidst all these kind of things, they are trying to empower the aspect of women in these organizations, and also how can it be useful for other women, that is women empowerment, women help for women. Understanding? So this is your Panchayat say Parliament 2.0. These are the things you have to know from your prelims perspective. Last is Vikshit Panchayat Karmayogi initiative. This was brought in by the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension, which was to observe your Good Governance Day, which is celebrated on 25th December. This is to commemorate the birth of your Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So it is more of your Good Governance Day. From prelims perspective, these are the topics you have to be knowing from January month current affair compilation. We've reached the end of the video. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. Thank you.